Oh, he caught one. Over the weekend, I had time to go fishing with my family. It was my first time fishing since I was a Boy Scout, probably like 10 years ago. Uh, Even though we didn't catch any fish, I really enjoyed the time that I spent with my family. I think something about just creating memories and experiences really help with my mental state. It helps me think a lot clearer. I also included some clips of the run that I did on Saturday. I ended up doing 17 miles. I was actually supposed to do 18 to 20 miles, but I wasn't able to complete it because I started cramping up a lot. A weird coincidence, when I was training for the LA Marathon, I had the same problems on a projected 20-mile run, which I stopped at 17. And during that run, I stopped because I started chafing. not necessarily from the cramping. And this time around, I didn't I didn't chafe at all, but I started cramping. And I think what happened was that allowing enough time to train. I wasn't putting I wasn't putting miles under my belt. I was skipping runs, opting to do shorter runs like 2 miles, 3 miles, and I wasn't really focused for the past 2 weeks. And this week's 17 miles showed how much I'm not prepared for the SF Marathon in July. So moving forward, I feel like I need to put more time under my belt for distance running, and I have to be more consistent with my runs. One thing I overheard over the weekend was the subject of loneliness. How loneliness can affect each and every one of us to an extent. And it really got me thinking about how training becomes a lonely type of sport or type of activity. You typically work at your own pace. You typically do whatever you can to make yourself better. But it doesn't always have to be lonely. You can always have a partner to go with. You can always join a group. Find people who have similar interests as you. And when I think about doing training by myself, it allows me to learn more about myself. It allows me to reflect, assess, and find ways to improve my physical body and even my mental state. And I think if I keep an open mind about where I want to be, I feel that loneliness provides a step stool to increase performance. I think taking whatever comes your way and learning how to improve, learning how to work with what you got is really beneficial to improving. My squats this week were suboptimal because I did record it after my 17-mile run, which maybe wasn't the best idea, but I really wanted to still get some sort of stretching movement in my legs. After the leg workout, I definitely spent 30 minutes stretching each part of my leg. Now next week, my runs will have to be skipping because I'll be out of town. So my weekend runs for the next 2 weeks aren't going to be posted. So I'll definitely have to run during the week. So I think the 17-mile was definitely needed for my training. And as soon as June comes around, that's where I'm going to be 100% full out training as much as I can during the week, long runs on the weekend, all the way up to my taper week. That's it for this one, and I'll catch you in the next one.